Vivian Cruz arrived at our project meeting exactly 7 minutes late, which I quickly realized was a power move, not poor time management. She swept into the library study room wearing an outfit that probably cost more than my semester's art supplies, her long dark hair pulled into an immaculate bun. "Let's establish parameters," she announced without preamble, setting down a sleek leather portfolio. "This project counts for 20% of our grade, and I don't intend to let a partner compromise my GPA." Direct. At least I knew where we stood. "I've reviewed Rivera's rubric thoroughly," I replied, sliding Marcus's napkin sketch across the table. "I thought we could approach it this way." Vivian studied the sketch, her perfectly sculpted eyebrows rising slightly. "This is unexpectedly sophisticated." She glanced up sharply. "You didn't draw this." Heat crept up my neck. "The concept is mine. The visualization had some input." "Marcus Westfield," she stated flatly. "Not a question." "How did you?" "I recognize his line work." She tapped a finger on the sketch. "We collaborated last semester. He has a distinctive style." Her eyes narrowed. "Interesting that he's helping you." Something in her tone suggested multiple layers I couldn't decode. I switched tactics. "The concept still works. My piece could focus on these fractured elements, while yours could explore the spaces between them. Together they'd create the complete narrative Rivera wants." Vivian considered this expression calculating. "It has potential, but we need to elevate it beyond the obvious interpretation." She pulled out her iPad, fingers flying across the screen. "If we incorporate dimensional elements here and here, the negative space becomes more active." To my surprise, her additions improved the concept substantially. For the next hour, we developed a working blueprint that merged our styles, my organic fragmentation with her precise technical execution. The result was stronger than either of us could have created alone. "We'll need specialized materials," Vivian noted, making a detailed list. "The department funds aren't released until next week, but I can advance the costs." "I can contribute," I said automatically, though my bank account disagreed. Vivian gave me an assessing look. "Your contribution should be conceptual. I'll handle the materials." Before I could object to this uncomfortable arrangement, she continued, "We need reference photos for the dimensional elements. Meet me at the East Campus courtyard tomorrow at 4. The lighting's optimal then." With that, she packed her portfolio and departed, leaving me with the distinct feeling I'd just experienced a business transaction rather than an artistic collaboration. The East Courtyard nestled between the Science Building and the older Arts Wing. I arrived 10 minutes early, using the time to sketch the interesting shadows cast by late afternoon sun through the modernist sculpture centerpiece. "You're punctual." "Good." I startled at Vivian's voice. Today she wore an equally expensive-looking outfit, but with practical boots and her hair secured with a pencil, concessions to actual creative work. "Let's start with structural references," she directed, setting up a portable light reflector. She positioned it with practiced efficiency. "Stand here and hold this angle." I complied, watching as she photographed various elements of the courtyard's architecture. "You've done this before," I observed. "My father's an architectural photographer," she replied without looking up from her camera. "I've been his assistant since I was 12. This small personal detail surprised me. "Is that why you chose art?" Her movements paused momentarily. "I chose art because I'm good at it." "But do you enjoy it?" She lowered her camera, regarding me with genuine puzzlement. "That's an irrelevant question." Before I could respond, voices from the adjacent pathway grew louder, clearly an argument moving in our direction. We both instinctively stepped behind the courtyard's large sculpture, suddenly unwilling witnesses. "Completely unnecessary interference," a cultured male voice declared. The department committee had already approved. "They approved because of our name, not the concept's merit," a familiar voice responded, "Marcus." "That's exactly why I withdrew it." The pair emerged into the courtyard, Marcus and his father, Dr. Westfield. Neither noticed us partially concealed by the sculpture and reflector. "This childish rebellion helps no one," Dr. Westfield said, frustration evident in his controlled tone. Especially not your academic standing. My academic standing is fine, Marcus countered. And it's not rebellion to want my work judged on its own merits. Your name is your merit, his father insisted. The sooner you embrace that reality, the sooner your career can properly begin. My career began 3 years ago with the Huxley Fellowship, Marcus said, tension visible in his shoulders. Which I received anonymously before anyone connected me to you. Dr. Westfield's laugh held no warmth. You believe that fairy tale if it comforts you. There are no anonymous successes in this industry. Marcus stopped walking, his expression shifting from frustration to something more carefully controlled. I have lab time scheduled. We're not finished discussing this, his father said. I am. Marcus turned toward the arts building, then abruptly locked eyes with me. Recognition flashed across his face, followed by something I couldn't interpret. Embarrassment? Resignation? I raised a hand in awkward acknowledgement. Impossible to pretend we hadn't overheard. Dr. Westfield followed his son's gaze, his expression cooling further upon seeing us. An audience. How appropriate. With a final disapproving glance at Marcus, he strode away toward the administration building. The courtyard fell uncomfortably silent. Sorry about that, Marcus said finally approaching us. Not exactly a private venue, I guess. We were just taking reference photos, I explained unnecessarily, gesturing toward Vivian's camera. Marcus, Vivian nodded coolly. Your input on Eliot's concept was helpful. Glad to hear it, he replied, matching her tone. Something in their brief exchange suggested a complicated history. I should process these, Vivian announced, packing her equipment with efficient movements. Eliot, review the material list and let me know if you have concerns before I purchase tomorrow. She departed without waiting for a response, leaving Marcus and me in awkward silence. Sorry you had to witness family drama, he said finally. My father has strong opinions about how my work should progress. It's fine, I assured him. Creative differences happen. Is that what we're calling dynastic expectations now? His smile didn't reach his eyes. Creative differences? I didn't know how to respond to that unexpected vulnerability. Marcus gestured toward my sketchbook. How's the project developing? Grateful for the subject change, I showed him the evolved concept. Vivian had some surprisingly good technical suggestions. She's brilliant, Marcus acknowledged. Just intense. I offered. That's diplomatic. He studied my sketches. This is coming together well. You've got a good instinct for spatial narrative. Thanks to your napkin translation, I admitted. It helped bridge the communication gap. His expression softened. Sometimes we need an outside perspective. He hesitated, seeming to debate something internally. Actually, I'm installing a small exhibition at the Lighthouse Studio this weekend. Just personal work, nothing official. If you want to see a different approach to spatial narrative, you might find it interesting. The casual invitation felt anything but casual. The Lighthouse Studio was a coveted off-campus gallery space that typically showcased graduate work. I'd like that, I managed, trying for nonchalance and probably failing. Friday, 8 to 10. He scribbled an address on the corner of my sketch page. It's a converted warehouse space, kind of hidden. The building looks abandoned, but it's not. A self-deprecating smile. Very art-scene cliché, I know. I'll find it, I promised. A phone chime interrupted us. Marcus checked the message, frowning slightly. I really do have lab time. See you Friday? Bring your project partner if you want. As he walked away, I knew with absolute certainty that I would not be extending that invitation to Vivian. Whatever complicated history existed between them could stay firmly in the past. The address in my sketchbook felt like more than directions to a gallery. It was an invitation into some part of Marcus Westfield that didn't appear in campus legends or classroom rumors, a version that created personal work in hidden studios and defied his father's expectations. I was unexpected, irrationally eager to meet that version properly.